Hello and welcome to NLTV. You are watching English Primetime News. I'll read the headlines to you now. On day one of monsoon session, Nagaland Assembly adopts resolution to expedite peace process. 5-point resolution calls for NPGs to come together. Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio informs the Assembly that the centre is working to resolve all the interstate border issues among the northeastern states. Boxer Lovelina Borgohain settles for bronze medal in the women's welterweight division in Tokyo Olympics. Ravi Kumar becomes the only second Indian wrestler to reach Olympic final in 57 kg freestyle. Massive outrage over crime in capital city as 9-year-old raped, murdered and cremated in Delhi. Police arrest 4 accused. Heavy clash erupts between Taliban and Afghanistan government forces. 40 civilians killed and 100 injured in ongoing Afghan war. And now the news in details. Nagaland Assembly, which began its monsoon session on Tuesday, adopted a resolution asking all Naga political groups to unite to expedite the peace process, while asking the Isaac Muivia faction of the National Socialist Council of Nagaland registered its protest against the centre's silence on the framework agreement which they had signed 6 years ago to resolve the Naga issue. The House also appealed to the negotiating parties of the Indo-Naga political issue to resume the peace talks with a positive approach and mutual respect by setting aside preconditions. In deference to the Naga people's cry for long-term peace and resolve the contentious issues of the competencies at the earliest, the House further went on to appeal the mass-based organizations and the tribal bodies to make renewed efforts towards creating a conducive atmosphere for early realization of a political solution by pursuing unity, reconciliation and oneness. In his speech, Rio also mentioned that all members of the House have come together under the same banner in line with the election manifestos of all political parties, committing ourselves to the people that are elected members and are prepared to make any sacrifices for an inclusive, honorable and acceptable solution. Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio on Tuesday informed the Assembly that the centre is working to resolve all the interstate border issues among the northeastern states before Independence Day. Answering to the queries from the opposition MLAs, Dr. Chumbem Muri and Imkong El Imchan on the first day of the monsoon session of the Nagaland Assembly, Rio said he had telephonic conversation with his Assam counterpartner Himanta Biswa Sharma and discussed how to diffuse tension in the disputed area along the border and maintain peace there. Rio also highlighted that he and Sharma had discussion on the border issues with Union Home Minister Amit Shah during the NEC meeting in Meghalaya, Shillong last month. A discussion on the Assam-Nagaland border has been listed on August 5th. The first day of the monsoon session of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly concluded on August 3rd. During the first day session, former Chief Minister of the state, T.R. Zelang, highlighted few important points and concern. The main issue now is the NSCNIM and the Government of India. Somewhere there are some missing links between the two which requires attention. NSCNIM has refused to disclose the agreement point of competence. The interlocutor representing the Government of India refused to disclose on what has been agreed upon. Zeliang during the session also highlighted the third para of the agreement between NSCNIM and Government of India.
So there's nothing much to talk about 7 NLTV. It is not that we are neglecting them or undermining them, but they are prepared to sign the agreement which is laid before them. And they have clearly told us that any time, any moment they are prepared to sign. So one chapter is very clear. But now the issue before us is NSCN-IN and Government India. And there, the crux of the point, we fail to understand. And where there are missing links, we need to discover, and which is yet to be done.
The ban on selling of dog for consumption by the Nagaland government seems to go in vain after reports of selling dogs emerge in the daily market of Dimapur, which is commonly known as supermarket. Surprisingly, even after the Nagaland government banned selling of dog meat on July 3, 2020, the dog meat is easily available in the local markets of the state, including Dimapur. Today, Nagaland TV has made a report on selling of dogs in the daily market of Dimapur along with the people's opinion. We will give you more updates.
Muito janasale, muito lede kuto kobo na pare muito lede.
Kile.
Kita mana saman to muy la thali se gule kobo pare le muy la bina itu bra mano la sa mi itu to kobo na pare.
Government ba ban guri na soba khobor to jane.
To itu to le so mano janase. Le bazar kora la khane so paina ga ni na pikai thake. Itu le to kitchen de le to right nai. Janra pon kora to le to takami chani na ekta hisab rai to kurule pala.
Manu customers to kiman isna kini bulai.
Mane price to. Takan pikai hisab te ne ekta de say 4,000 5,000 some.
News to digise. Holi mohan na manu dule to mohala tradition ase kuna bishi follow gore na. Itu rai to mohan kuri ase. Holi to mohala living standard dress kro gole to itu dule to government bra ko be moi to mane. Holi public dusra khan fellow brothers kan kina bomna gore to tanla khushi ase na. Holi mon ki ase gole to traditional to bishi stick gore na. Itu bra kuri ase na gi moila babna to. Kile traditional de mohan to stick gore to na. To mohala tradition hingsa pra dule to dictate to kuri ase.
So right decision is no wrong decision as a government la.
Government bra kura hingsa pra to moila hingsa pra to right to right decision ase. Holi mohan traditional jaile to itu be ami be 50-50 de hoi jai na. So manu bi na bamna kuri tai ko.
Amid COVID-19 pandemic, many people were laid off from their jobs due to the economic crisis faced by the country. Migrant workers were forced to return back after losing their jobs or lack of availability of jobs. Many educated and establishment business shut down, which led to laying off several employees, leaving them unemployed. In a similar story, Mr. Iloy Yantan, who has working in the tourism sector in South India, was forced to leave his well-settled job and come back to Nagaland. The prevailing economic crisis turned Yantan, a graduate and diploma holder in tourism, into a chicken vendor. He started up a new venture of chicken in Dimapur. While speaking to Nagaland TV, the young struggling entrepreneur shared his story on how he is trying to sustain in his hard-hit situation.
क्या तो इले अपना business तो किन्हीं आज़ाद?
এতিয়া তো পেণ্ডেমিক কাৰণে বেছি দিগদাৰ হোৱা আছে এনে মানৱী নাওলাই ইন দ্য চেন্স আৰু টাইমিং বি অলপ গণ্ডগোল হোৱা আছে আৰু অড ইভেন নম্বৰ হোৱা কাৰণে মোক এতিয়া বিজনেছটো চলাবলৈ নাপাৰে কিনে হোৱা আছে বাট ষ্টিল দেন এনে আস্তে আস্তে পৰা হৈ যাব এইটো ভাৱনা কৰি আছে
পইলাতে আপুনি কিমান টা চিকেন বিক্ৰী কৰি আছে আৰু ইতিয়াটো কিমান টা চিকেন বিক্ৰী কৰি আছে
একচুৱেলি মই এইটো চিকেন এইটো বিজনেছ কৰাটো এক সাল এনেকুৱা হৈছে মই কিন্তু এইটো আউটসাইড এইটো নাগালেণ্ড আউটসাইডে কাম কৰি থাকিছে এজ এ 15 years এনেকুৱা কাম কৰি থাকিছে হ'লে ডিউ টু দ্য পেণ্ডেমিক মই তাতে থাকিবলৈ নাপাৰা হৈ যাইছে আৰু এজ এন আনএমপ্লয়ড পৰি কিনে কাম কৰিবলৈ নাপাৰে এইটো কাৰণে এনেকুৱা আহি কিনে তাদিবি নহয় এদিবি নহয় এইটো কাৰণে এইটো কাটি কিনে
Anma Integrated Development Association under its SBI Foundation Gram Seva program in collaboration with the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Dimapur, organized one-day vermicompost cum entrepreneurship development training at IDA Don Bosco, Dimapur on Wednesday. The training is focused on livelihood skill and entrepreneurship development. The vermicompost training is also reflected towards waste management, where biodegradable waste can be used for making vermicompost manures. The resource person for the day is Chief Technical Officer ICAR Nagaland Sector LJ Bordoloy. Resource person for the entrepreneurship development was Meite Nong, entrepreneur and director of Nong Futurist Private Limited. Participants from 5 villages took part in the program.
Aida Don Bosco Dimapur de aji taikan vermicompost aro entrepreneurship training organize korna ase. Itu training de taikan laga pasta adopted villages Krezepe, Dizepe, Chichungse, Bate aro Ura village pra participants kan agana itu training lo ase. IBM kan itu laga program laga jankari janilobo.
Today actually we are here to impart one training on vermicompost. Now many people know about the concept of vermicompost, but the practical utility of the thing and how to produce it, many people don't know. And that's why what is happening in the market, actually spurious products in the name of vermicompost is full now. So we came here to impart a training on, actually it's a hands-on training on how to produce vermicompost.
Aji bokhan to aida khan mati kine training lobole dise aro aji to mokhan to vermicompost bi training bal para training dise to para mokhan to bishi khushi pase aro business bi kinika hok koribo koine itu bi hika dise.
We have learned a lot today. We are hopeful that we will go back home and then do something useful for our own family as well as our community too.
Amikan dikhibo parise aji laga training to tuita session de phag korna itu training luse tade resource person khan bra muk pra bi kui dise aro practically bi takhan kurina dikhai dise orna itu amen sopanu dikise. Moi se reporter Kamrito Nungti with my camera person Joachim Long.
India's Rami Kumar Dahiya has made a superb comeback in the final round to beat Kazakhstan's Nursullam Sanaya Vivaya fall in the men's 57 freestyle wrestling semi-final at the Tokyo Olympics today. In process, Ravi Kumar has become the only second Indian wrestler after Sushil Kumar to contest in an Olympic final. Class Colombia's Tigregos Urabano in his opener and then out-tweeted Bulgaria's Gorgi Valentinov. Earlier, Sushil Kumar was the only Indian to make the gold medal bout in 2012 London Games and settle for silver. India's Lovlina Borgohain took home the bronze medal after losing the semi-final bout to top seed Busenaz Surmeneli of Turkey via unanimous decision on Wednesday. Lovlina lost the first round 0-5 as all the judges gave the decision in favor of the Turkish boxer. Lovlina was warned and a point was deducted of her total points in the second round. In the third and final round, Lovlina was outboxed by the reigning world champion. With the bronze medal, Lovlina became only third Indian after Vijendra Singh and Mary Kom to win an Olympic medal. Lovlina had a tough round of 16 bout against Germany's Nandi Napeds, where she won via a split decision. In the quarterfinal, Lovlina punched her way into the semis with a 4-1 win over Chinese Taipei's Nei Chin Chen. Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted congratulatory remarks and expressed his happiness over her success in the boxing ring and said it will inspire several Indians. Lovlina Borgohain has won the bronze medal in the women's welterweight division after she lost the semi-final bout to world number 1 Busenaz Surmeneli from Turkey. This is India's third medal and the only one from the boxing contingent in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. While setting a great start to the morning of day 12 in the Tokyo Olympics for India, Neeraj Chopra qualified for the javelin throw. final with the day's best throw of 86.65 meter. Later, wrestler Ravi Kumar Dahiya and Deepak Punia won their respective round of 16 and quarter-final matches and advanced into the semi-finals. While Anshu Malik in her debut Olympic Games lost her women's freestyle 57 kg round of 16 match 8-2. However, she will now compete in the repechage round as her opponent from her first round. India goes down against Argentina 2-1 in the semi-finals of the women's hockey in the Tokyo Olympics 2020. Gurjeet Kaur converted an early penalty corner to give India a perfect start against Argentina's semi-final. An early second-minute goal from Kaur gave India a splendid 1-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. However, Argentina came back stronger to score their equalizer early in the second quarter after skipper Maria Burinov converted a PC in the 18th minute to level the scoreline. Once again, they reached the Indian goal line by scoring the second goal in the 36th minute of the game. An intense high drama took place outside the parliament when Congress MP Ravneet Singh Bittu and Shiromani Akali Dal MP Harsimrat Kaur Badal got engaged in a verbal contest on Wednesday. The two leaders were seen arguing with each other over the three controversial farm laws. MP Ravneet accused Harsimrat of doing drama outside the parliament and said that she didn't oppose the farm laws when she was a minister in the Modi government. Harsimrat Kaur also alleged that Congress ran away when the farm bills were being passed in parliament. She also asked the Congress MP where Rahul and Sonia Gandhi were when the bills were passed. The high-pitched verbal battle ensued for several minutes in the front of the parliament. Harsimrat Badal resigned from the post of Food Processing Minister Cabinet in protest against the farm laws in September last year.
बिल्कुल नहीं थी कैबिनेट से इस्तीफा देके भाग के आए
इस्तीफा पहले देता
कौन से आप बाहर भागे
ये नकली है ये बिल पास करवाया इन्होंने कैबिनेट में
बिल्कुल गलत पार्लियामेंट से आप बिल्कुल नहीं कराया बिल्कुल नहीं थी आप भागे कि नहीं भागे
बोल रहे कहने मैं मंत्री नहीं थी
बिल्कुल नहीं थी कैबिनेट से इस्तीफा देके भाग के आए
इस्तीफा पहले देता
कौन से आप बाहर भागे
The central government under the new National Education Policy and Samagra Shiksha 2.0 formalization of play schools and Anganwadi is being done. Government schools will now have play schools as well and teachers will be trained accordingly. For the first time, government has added child safety within the Samagra Shiksha scheme. States will be given aid to make a commission for protection of child rights. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said that this emphasis will be placed on vocational learning. Classes 6 to 8 will receive its exposure and focus on skills will be placed to class 9 to 12. Six Trinamool Congress MPs were ordered to leave the Rajya Sabha for rest of the day over grossly disorderly conduct after they entered the well of the House and displayed placards while protesting over the Pegasus scandal. The Rajya Sabha members are Dola Sen, Nadimuddin Haq, Abhi Ranjan Biswas, Shanta Chetri, Arpita Ghosh and Mausam Noor. Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu first asked members to go back to their seats and then threatened to invoke Rule 255 against those holding placards. Opposition leaders including Trinamool members trooped into the well of the House, some holding placards to demand a discussion on the issue of Israeli-made military-grade Pegasus spyware allegedly being used to snoop on opposition leaders. government critics and journalists. Since the start of the monsoon session of Parliament, the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha have witnessed constant disruption, with face-offs between the government and the opposition. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on Wednesday ordered a magisterial inquiry on Wednesday into the alleged rape and murder of a 9-year-old Dalit girl on Sunday near Delhi cantonment. Kejriwal further announced ex gratia financial assistance of rupees 10 lakh for the victim's family and assured them that the government will appoint the best lawyers in the case. A board of 3 doctors will conduct an autopsy of the charred remains of the girl. The accused, including the 50-year-old priest of the crematorium, were booked under sections pertaining to rape, murder and threatening charges, Protection of Children from Sexual Offences, POSCO Act and SC/ST Act. The oath-taking ceremony for the newly inducted ministers to the Basavaraj Bommai-led cabinet in Karnataka began at 2:15 p.m. in the Glass House of Karnataka Raj Bhavan in Bangalore with the national anthem. Governor Thawar Chand Gehlot is administering the oath of the office and secrecy of the new Council of Ministers. CM Bommai, who took oath last week, is also present on the stage for the ceremony. The Chief Minister has announced a total of 29 BJP legislatures will take oath as ministers to the newly formed Karnataka cabinet today. Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai had announced earlier that there will be no deputy chief ministers this time. He also said former Chief Minister B.S. Yedirupa's younger son and state BJP President B.Y. Vijayendra is not among the ministers sworn in today. American freeware WhatsApp has added a new feature. The feature is known as View Once and is similar to how Instagram expiring media feature works. WhatsApp has confirmed that any photo or video you send using the View Once feature will not be saved to the recipient's photos or gallery. Reportedly, once you send a View Once photo or video, WhatsApp won't be able to show it again. Starting this week, everyone will have access to the function that deletes photographs and videos from the conversation once they have opened. Himachal Pradesh's landslide once again takes life of a 22-year-old man with 2 others injured. Reportedly, the landslide occurred near a hotel in Sector 3 in Paravanu at around 2:30 a.m. A massive landslide due to the heavy rainfall blocked the Nahan Kumarkatti road on National Highway 907 in Himachal Pradesh on Tuesday. Lately, many roads and highways have been blocked due to extensive rainfall across Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. The State Disaster Management Authority has revealed that restoration work is currently underway near NH 907. Climate change in Himachal Pradesh has pushed up the incidence of cloudbursts, hill cracks and landslides in the state. The Union Home Ministry has recommended disciplinary action against former CBI Director Alok Verma for allegedly misusing his official position and violating the relevant service rules. Ministry of Home Affairs has written to the Department of Personnel and Training to take necessary disciplinary action against Alok Verma. It has been further forwarded to the Union Public Service Commission, the recruitment body for IPS officers. During his term in CBI, Verma was engaged in a bitter fight with Gujarat cadre IPS officer and his deputy Rakesh Asthana over corruption charges. The action, if approved, may include temporary or permanent confiscation of Verma's pension and retirement benefits. Yo-Yo Honey Singh accused of domestic violence by his wife Shalini Talwar. A Delhi court on Tuesday issued a notice to Bollywood actor and singer Honey Singh on a plea filed by his wife seeking protection against alleged atrocities committed by him and his family on her. Singh's wife has alleged that she was subjected to numerous incidents of physical, verbal and mental abuse by him and sought Rs 20 crore compensation under the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act. The plea has also sought the court interim order to Singh to pay a rent of Rs 5 lakhs a month for her stay in Delhi. The rapper has been married to Shalini for 10 years now. In 2014, he introduced Shalini to the world of reality show through India's Raw Talent. The internet has found a new doppelganger of actress Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, and she is Ashita Singh. Soon after social media users spotted Ashita's profile, she went viral and achieved the status of an internet sensation within no time. On Instagram, Ashita often posts short clips of herself in traditional attire, lip-syncing to Bollywood songs and dialogues, much to the delight of her fans and followers. While in the past, there may have been multiple women who have drawn comparison with her because of how similar they look to former Miss World. Reeling under a financial crunch, Pakistan Prime Minister's official residence in Islamabad has been put on the market for rent after the ruling Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government announced in August 2019 that it plans to convert the Prime Minister's house into a university. However, the federal government has dropped the plan and decided to instead rent out the property. According to sources, the auditorium of the Prime Minister's house, 2 guest wings and a lawn can be rented out to generate funds. High-level diplomatic functions, international seminars will also be held at the former principal's workplace of the Pakistani Premier. Afghanistan is witnessing heavy clashes as the war between Taliban and Afghanistan's government forces intensifies following the withdrawal of US and NATO forces from the country. According to latest official figures released by the Taliban, has now control over 140 provinces with 150 uncontested and the government holding 131. Heavy clashes are taking place between Afghanistan forces and the Taliban in several Afghan cities. At least 40 civilians have been killed and more than 100 injured in the fight between Afghan security forces and the Taliban in Lashkar-Gah. Minister of Foreign Affairs Mohammad Hanif Attar has confirmed that Pakistan-based terror groups and other terror organizations supporting the Taliban's Indian Navy set to deploy 4 warships in South China Sea for 2 months. A task force of 4 warships from the Indian Navy's Eastern Fleet is scheduled to proceed on a over 2 months overseas deployment to Southeast Asia, the South China Sea and Western Pacific, which will include exercises with Quad partners, the United States, Japan and Australia. The deployment of the Indian Naval Task Force will begin early this month and include guided missile destroyer, Ranvijay guided missile frigate. The Defence Ministry informed that in other bilateral exercises during the deployment, the Indian warships will work with naval units from South China Sea to littoral states, including Singapore, Vietnam, Indonesia and the Philippines. According to Defence Ministry, the latter 3 ships are indigenously designed and equipped with a versatile array of weapons and sensors and are made in India by defence shipyards. As the fifth test series between India and England is currently underway in Treadbridge, Nottingham, England is currently reeling on 64-2 after 24 overs. Earlier, captain Joe Root won the toss and elected to bat first. Indian captain Virat Kohli revealed his preferred combination of the playing 11, which includes Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Cheteshwar Pujara, Virat Kohli, Ankiya Rahane, Rishabh Pant, Ravindra Jadeja, Shardul Thakur, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj. The England playing 11 include Rory Burns, Dominic Shibey,